Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. It's the weekend. It's Friday night. President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Christine Kala Kangaroo, said on Independence Day that it was a day to celebrate the traits that made TNT citizens unique. She said, 61 years in Trinidad and Tobago, TNT have built a nation of which we can be proud of. Kangaroo stated that no other nation on earth has in its 61 years of independence invented a musical instrument to which the General Assembly of the UN has seen it fit to pay its homage by declaring a World Day in its honor. She said that no other people show the spirit and hospitality that we show, and this is the TNT that we celebrate today, some 61 years on. Listen to this.
In 61 short years, we have built ourselves a nation of which we can be justifiably proud. No other nation on earth has, in 61 years of independence, invented a musical instrument to which the General Assembly of the United Nations has seen it fit to pay homage by declaring a World Day in its honor. No other people on earth show the spirit, the vitality, and the hospitality that we show, and that combine to make us the unique and the distinctive people that we are. This is the Trinidad and Tobago that we celebrate today, 61 years on.
You know, everybody, all other ministers proud to say we're celebrating 61 years of independence. But the thing is, are you really contributing to the citizens? Are you really telling us that we are free? How much to freedom are you really contributing to? How much? What is freedom? What is really freedom? How come Christine didn't explain to us the real meaning of freedom? What is freedom? Could somebody call in and tell me what is freedom? 2386716. Could you let us know what is actual freedom in Trinidad and Tobago? So viewers, you are watching Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host Saeed. We do want to thank you for viewing us tonight, viewers. We have a packed program tonight for you. Remember, just a reminder, Real Talk is offering you 4% on our fixed deposit, viewers. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Also, be a member of the Real Talk Credit Union Information, viewers. Remember, we have executive rental, so you have a wedding, you have a special event, you have a party to go to. You're looking for a nice ride to drop you in the party and pick you back up. It's not a problem. You want to impress your darling. You want to impress your little sugar mama, you know. We have executive rental, we have Porsche, we have Range Rover, we have BMW. You just name it, viewers. Call our office. Our number will be on screen shortly, viewers. So remember, Real Talk Group of Company, we are a company with a wide span in Trinidad and Tobago, even up the Caribbean. We are financing is available. Finance and investment. I'm a licensed money lender. We have Real Talk Credit Union. We have Real Talk Executive Rental. Very soon you might know we have boat for rent, wrecker for rent, you know. Look how beautiful those vehicles are. That could drop you and pick you back up on a special date. Watch me now. You never know you can get me driving you out in a special event, you know. You never know. You never know. You're being driven out in a Porsche. You're being driven out in a Range Rover. And Saeed dropping here. You know where's that? Imagine your wedding being driven out by Saieed Ali. You know what kind of big, there's a big pips right here in Trinidad. But say what? So remember viewers, I'm encouraging you to take advantage of the 4% that we have presently. Don't let it miss you. Don't. Now, as we continue our program, Kangaloo added that while in our history, we had success that caused us to smile as a nation of Trinidad and Tobago, there were moments in our history that made us cry. The nation celebrated its 61st anniversary of independence on Thursday, stating starting with an independence day parade held at the Queen's Park Savannah. Officers from the TNT Regiment, the Coast Guard, the Air Guard, the Defense Force, TGPS, Cadet Force, as well as officers from the unarmed service such as the Fire Service, Prison Service, among many others, all formed up at the Savannah for a march past and an examination by Christine. Trinidad and Tobago, we live in a nice country, you know. We live in a nice country. But it's the people. It is the people that is going to destroy our country. Us black people. You know why I say us black people? I am black. I am part of the country. And it's one thing I just keep telling people. We just fight among ourselves. We ball in black man this and black man that and black man the next. It's people like me too. It's people like me too. So the race talk is something that should never even be talked about in Trinidad and Tobago. Is that one love? Bob Marley said one love. So where the hate and the hate and all these things coming from? One thing we as a people, we fail to recognize as we live in Trinidad and Tobago, we fail to recognize when we go in the market, it's the same dashing bush. The Indian, the African glass is dashing bush they're buying. Because when they go home for Sunday, they were curry chicken, they were rice, they were dal, they were dashing bush, they were tomatoes. All are we under the sun right here. So this talk where we just bring up with the race talk and the racial, no. Let me tell you something. All you understand all about in Trinidad and Tobago, we proud to say I am a black man from Trinidad. Some of you are shame. Shame. But nevertheless, director, they're shame to say they're black, you know. I just tell people anywhere I go, as a black man, you know. I might be a little brown skin, but I'm black. I didn't born in a white man country. I didn't born in Canada. I didn't born in New York. I didn't born in England. I didn't born in Dubai. I born right here in Trinidad in a third world country. And as an individual of a third world country, we're striving to make it better. So it's independence, the day after independence. Let me just cut the race talk in Trinidad. Let me just cut it. So moving along now. While she is aware of the challenges and the concerns raised about violent crime, Commissioner of Police Earl Haywood Christopher insists that the police has secured success against criminals. I know what to say here. I am speechless, Earl, speechless. Some division doing good. Haywood Christopher stated that as leader of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, the concerns and the fear of the public have not been lost on her, and sought to ensure the public that the police were actively involved in crime suppression. Earlier, to be honest with you, we already lost faith in you. We already lost faith on you. To begin with, you're 60 years, it's time for you to go home. It's time for you to go home. Secondly, You ain't bringing nothing new to the table that other commissioners brought. Thirdly, you claim to be successful in the first 100 days, being the commissioner of police. Secondly, you're ducking the media after your 100 days up. Fifthly, you couldn't explain to Trinidad and Tobago and to the commission how your crime fighting plan failed. That is five top reason for you to go home because you're 60 already. Go home and play with your grandchildren. Don't be the commissioner and get a stroke in your head. Because I'm going to tell you something. Being a commissioner of police, you have to put out. You have to show the country you're working. Gary showed the country he working. Gary had the criminal elements trembling. Then presently, Ola like she fear the criminal. She trembling instead. Because at 60 years you're there so. You're trembling, you can't hold a pen to sign good. You want to tell me, Ola? Come now, man. Those who put you there, they may have no shame. Take what I'm telling you. They have no shame whatsoever. But nevertheless, Ola, the cop referred to figures which she said showed serious crime were reduced by 11% for 2023 and a decrease in shooting and wounding by 67 as of Wednesday gone. She said, despite the apprehension, the TTPS has been making substantial progress in its crime fighting initiative. The cop said, as of the beginning of August, the cooperative homicide rate has reduced from an increase of 10% to an increase of 0 of the corresponding period. Listen to this.
Serious crimes have been reduced by 11% in 2023. Shootings and woundings have been reduced by, as of yesterday, 67%. Illegal firearms seizure has increased by 8%. I am extremely pleased to report, however, that despite the apprehension, the TTPS has been making substantial progress in its crime-fighting initiatives. As at the beginning of August, we have seen some significant results. And I can say from now, the comparative homicide rate has reduced from an increase of 10%. We are now at an increase of 0 over the corresponding period.
Hayward Christopher also added that it was unrealistic for the public to expect the police to be everywhere in their operation, and even if the resource were to be doubled or tripled, the cooperation of the public was crucial to creating a safe nation. She noted that what is needed in our society to produce the relief that is being demanded is to remove the desires of disposition of persons to commit crime. Listen to it.
The reality is that even if the resources of the police were to be doubled or tripled tomorrow, it still does not mean that the police will be everywhere that it is possible for a crime to be committed. What is needed in our society to produce the relief that is being demanded is to remove the desire and the disposition of persons to commit crimes. And that's not a job for the police alone.
So, Ola, you want to know how to remove the disposition? Listen to this. I know about intelligence. Part of Real Talk group is security and intelligence. And I will tell you something. You see, when you're here to have a community, and it have a leader in the community, a gang leader or something, how do we remove them earlier? When the Attorney General is telling us how much gang members there are in Trinidad. When the head of the police is telling us how many gangs are there in Trinidad. So how do we as a citizen move that? That is your job, earlier. So don't come and try to bamboozle the citizen head. That is not the police for who work it is. A citizen can't even protect their property, good, all I want to charge them. So viewers, we're going for a short commercial break, but before we go for a break, you and I must tell my friend Vinud good night. Vinud, you see Monday coming next week, Vinud? I have an offer on TV for you. Let me tell you something, you go hold your head and you go ball. I know what I'm telling you. Now recite the same thing with you. You go hold your head and ball come Monday. All you want to know is Saieed going mad. All you want to play wrong and strong. All you want to play, taking Saieed money and going with it. Come next week Monday, all you're going to see what's going to take place. Same thing with Raquel. Raquel, if you lay in your army, nobody can do you nothing. Serious? Not a problem. You feel you something done that? Not a problem. You see Monday coming? We go fix that. We go fix that. I know I telling all you're going to be shocked of Saieed. All you're going to be shocked of Saieed. But nevertheless, we're going for a short commercial break, viewers, but when we come back, we're going to continue with Ola. Caller, good night. Hello. We're going for a break.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday. Realtalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Crony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
Caller, good night.
Hello?
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk, my friend.
Oh, good night, Mr. Simon. Great program as usual.
Thank you.
And happy belated independence. But Mr. Saieed, as you're right, we have nothing to celebrate in this country, you know.
Celebrating the rise of crime.
Nothing. Mr. Saieed, my friends call me from abroad and hear what they ask me. If this parade was in Uganda, if this was a Ugandan parade, we didn't see a reflection of the national anthem there. Every Creed is finding an equal place. Very disgraceful and shameful on us, you know. Because in this country, we have a mixed ethnic group of people in this country. The national anthem said every creed is finding an equal place. And I don't know if the president, the highest office holder in the land, and who is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, was happy to see what she saw there, you know. You know what I'm telling you? When you look around and you watch so, and you only seen one group of people, That is frightening, you know. Very frightening in this country when you look and see what's happening throughout the African continent. And I telling you, it's uprising and murder, and you're seeing the groundwork. You're seeing the foundation here for similar behavior, you know. When you look at what's happening in this country, frightening, you know, Mr. Saeed. You know, and I'm telling you, all you fix this problem because every Korean is find an equal place in this country, and everybody who are there, state official from the highest office holder down should hang their head in shame and disgrace today and not stand up and listen to the national anthem. Mr. Said, you keep enlightening the citizens of this country. God bless you for providing this platform so we could fix the problem in this country. God bless you and your staff. Take care.
Thank you, my friend. So the Commissioner of Police, Earl Haywood Christopher, has warned naysayers who criticize the performance of the police that making negative statement about the police was dangerous practice that could have harmful effects on the service. She said, while it was not her intention to dignify such comment with a response, she will caution the comment that undermine the integrity of the country's law enforcement. Listen to this.
The reality is that even if the resources of the police were to be doubled or tripled tomorrow, it still does not mean that the police will be everywhere that it is possible for a crime to be committed. What is needed in our society to produce the relief that is being demanded is to remove the desire and the disposition of persons to commit crimes. And that's not a job for the police alone.
Now, viewers, Haywood Christopher reiterated that while police continue to lead the change against crime, it continues to rely on the public for assistance, as it is not the TTP's sole responsibility to solve crime.
In the midst of all that the police has to respond to, it is unfortunate that it has become fashionable, it seems, for people who ought to know better to make inane, spurious, and vacuous statements against the police service. While it is not my intention to dignify such comments with a response, I will, however, caution that it is extremely dangerous practice, as it has the potential to seriously undermine the integrity and the legitimacy of the country's law enforcement agency, and that has far-reaching implications.
Now, Ola also called on the church, the home, the schools, and the community to do their part and instill in citizens, especially young people, values of right and wrong and respect for authority. We're teaching our kids that, you know. We're teaching our kids that. So don't feel, Ola, we ain't teaching them. We're teaching them that. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley have stated that he is pleased to hear reports of crime-fighting success as he rallied behind the police in their work. He said the progress being made was the good news the children and the citizens of this country deserve, as he hailed a light at the end of the tunnel in the fight against crime. Call a good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk, my friend.
I'd like to voice my opinion on something, right? I don't know if you ever went across by Ampo there, right? There's a massive water leak. Millions of gallons of water being wasted. Now, I highlighted on a radio program this week, but you know when you're sitting off the highway from the roundabout, rest between Amco building, after by Amco there, on the side in there, if you observe water keep on running real heavy, there's a massive water leak there, and that is the reason why people are getting problem for water in Central.
Alright, here what to do. If you pass back there over the weekend, do a little video clip, right? And send it to 267-7325.
All right.
And we will highlight it. Monday coming.
I met two guys who working at WASA today, and I mentioned it to them. They said they're going to mention it to the board.
No problem. But if you pass back over the weekend and it's still there, do a little video clip and send it. We'll highlight it Monday coming.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Prime Minister referring to statistics report by Police Commissioner Earl Haywood Christopher on Wednesday, who noted a 0 increase in the murder rate and an 11% drop in serious crime for 2023. Thus far, Rowley said these figures were encouraging. As of yesterday morning, there were 392 murders for the year thus far, which was on par with the figures for the same period last year. Rowley stated that while the work of the police officer was not recognized as often as we should, the effort and the sacrifice were crucial in preserving society. So, Dr. Rowley, we always encourage the police to do good. We don't bad talk police. Even they say on national television, when an officer or some police officers come to your property and they decide, hey, you're going on in the station, I just tell the citizens and them, let me tell you something, don't fight up. Don't retaliate. Put on your handcuff and go down to the station. Sort it out in the station. If you have to get a lawyer, you have to get bail, those on the outside go arrange it. But when they come, don't fight off and play you bad man and you this and you that. No! A police can pull the gun and shoot you right there and say you do something. All you feel is joke, but all you know the seriousness, you know. All you know the seriousness. When the police pull a gun and hit you on your leg now, what are you going to do? Who caused that? Not you? Who tell you to retaliate? Put on your handcuff and go down. Call a good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead, you're live.
I'm calling from San Francisco Club Road, Woodland area. We've been calling for a while now. We haven't gotten water.
What area was that? We heard what area? Woodland. Oh, Moody. I want a special good night to you, my friend. How are you? Call a good night.
Good night. This is the Isham Boxing Grievance, Saeed. For a long time I ain't come on a show. But I want to come and Ramaji with the Prime Minister and his statement. Listen to this. Which country in the world equates failure with excellence? We have a commission of police doing that. We, as a country, ranked 6 in homicide per capita, right?
Correct.
We consolidated position, all right? Because it's equal, they said. And we figured that is meritocracy. Failure, failure, failure. And the person who mash up the police service, truly mashing up of the commissioner of police, giving them a tap on the shoulder and say, well done, well done. I can't understand the environment is toxic with respect to crime. But you've seen a light at the end of the tunnel. You attack Okiai. I mean to say there's no light at the end of the tunnel. Everybody had to stay inside and come in before 6. If you come in before 6, then you see the light by the street light. You can't go out no way. That affecting business left, right, and center. You can't go out the road and buy a little dog and something and come on. Our Prime Minister have blinkers in his eyes. Our police commissioner, as Gary Griffith said, is a failure. And one of the biggest obstacles the police have, they does not basically have proper data with respect to crime. I think they in terms of putting the right data, they don't really capture everything. I know that. They don't even want to take complaints over the phone. They don't document it. This fellow with the manpower audit, Professor Ramesh Dursaran, he said 2 things affecting the police service, and they addressed that yet, earlier addressed it yet. One thing is data analysis, and intelligence, and the other thing is human resources. Euler have to come and tell us 3 investigations. Thomas, Bliss, and there was a recent another kidnapping with the police somewhere in Antigua with us. I think if I name Swami or Swampy or something like that. He is going to court to say they kidnap him and bring him back. The police service has a big question mark. They are under the control of the political directorate. Go and have a nice night.
You're not lying, you're not lying. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, we will talk about the residents and police react to brutal home invasion. But before we go for the break, Vinod, how are you, my friend? How was the family? How was the mom? How was the dad? How the embarrassment going with you and your friends and family, knowing that you're inside and you're running and you're ducking? I told you. You see, come next week, you're going to be surprised, you know. Yeah, you ducking? Where Narissa? Narissa? I'm gonna have a nice team, you know. We fixing that next week, you ducking it? Raquel, if you feel the army gonna protect you, you're lying, you know. Take what I'm telling you. Next week, come back to me, Derek, before we go for the break. Let me tell you something. Next week, all you're going to see the stink side of Saieed. Take what I'm telling all you. All you're going to see the stink side of Saieed. I told all you, for the whole month of August, I'm highlighting all the picture, you know. Tonight is the 1st of September. All you want to see how stink Saieed is be? Monday night, I go show you. So viewers, we're going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to hear residents and police react to brutal home invasion after this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtor Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday. Realtor Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtor Group of Companies building at number 14 Grooney Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
So welcome back to Real Talk viewers. Remember, we are offering you 4% on fixed deposit viewers. You can also be members of Real Talk Credit Union information. Remember, you can always rent an executive vehicle. You want cash borrow, it's not a problem, we lending. You want construction done, we doing that. You want a record, we getting that. We're very resourceful, you know. You want live streaming, you're getting that done. You want a DJ for the weekend with the executive right together with streaming, you're getting that done. At Real Talk, we know how to do it and we know how to make it. So call a good night. Hello?
Hello?
Go right ahead.
Yes, Saieed?
Go right ahead, my friend.
Okay, I'm calling from Tunapuna.
Welcome.
Saieed, this country is a laugh. It's so dotish. So, and I'm going to tell you why I seen that. You remember when they were doing the evaluation and the appraisal for the person to select for the commissioner of police? You remember this woman, Earl Christopher, was way down in the list?
Ah.
Right. Then she come and she rates herself as excellent. She come and talk about, the same period, the statistics is one crime less than it was for last year. But here what she said, that the murder rate and serious crime rate and what on the crime has declined. You have the person in charge of the national security, Fitzgerald Hines, waste of time. You have the head of the Security Council, waste of time. You have people here in this countryside is afraid to come out of the house after 7 o'clock. If even so late, they're not going anywhere. They're afraid to go in public places, malls and what have you, and supermarkets and what have you, because of the crime situation. Do you expect, if your local people side is so afraid of the crime situation, and afraid to leave their home, they work, you're getting home invasion, they're robbing your business place, anywhere you go, you're getting robbed or whatever it is, even killed. Do you think that foreigners, tourists more so, or business people would want to come and do business in this countryside? Would they want to visit this country?
Correct.
Especially when you have an incompetent prime minister and a government. Because all they keep talking is one set of damn nonsense on the side. And daily people are getting fed up. They are getting fed up side, believe me you. And then you hear now further increases, well, the property tax, then you hear water rate, electricity rate, and so much other things that you're going to think. Your people will be hard pressed for side. We're going to have more people on the streets. And I want to tell Keith Rowley and them, because say now, they're going to build a place for to house the homeless people and things in Port of Spain. You know what he said from used to be by the river there in Turkey?
Yeah.
He said they're going to build a home thing there now to house these people. You had one right there by Riverside Plaza there.
Correct.
And you closed down that. And now you're going to build right by the dry river itself. And you're going to build one on the other side. On the other side of the dry river to house them. But I want to tell Keith Rowley and them and the PNM government, the money that all your thief and Bill Balize house, that is taxpayers' money. All they take that and put these people and them in there. Because, and you know why I say that to Saeed? You're talking about the Prime Minister's residence. The Prime Minister, it have no Prime Minister's residence, it's the home where you build for yourself. That's the taxpayers' money, build that place there to house the Prime Minister. That is not his residence. And in the building, you have your 2 son-in-laws and your 2 daughters and your grandchildren, all of them living off of the state resources. Why the hell you don't tell them to get out and go for a baby? You cannot maintain that any longer again. But you see, poor people, and when you're watching the Independence Parade and all these kind of things aside, what we celebrating independence for? When we rank in crime with number 6 in the world, when it's poverty, unemployment, and everything. Look, school's going to open, and some of the schools not going to be open to accommodate the children. What will we celebrating independence for, Saeed? You see, this country is a mad place, and Keith Rowley here, I gave you one good advice. Call an early election. Because I'm telling you, if you don't do that, you're setting up this country for some kind of uprising. I am telling you this. Because people cannot take it no more. People are suffering. You see the type of guns who are coming in here, Saeed? And people all over the place have these guns in their possession. So don't be surprised if you see another 1990. Don't be surprised, because this is what all you're setting up this country for. And all you don't care nothing about the people, because all you look at this thing, for instance, with Arawi, with the children. Arawi telling people CCTV camera is good, and people with information must come forward and assist the police. And when the soldier fella who informed about the thing with your children and the guns, that they were on the range shooting Arawi, you know what eventually happened, Saeed? That soldier was dead. They found him dead, and they say he committed suicide. But he committed suicide, but he gone a distance away from him. What nonsense you're telling me about? Look at them, you have the former Minister of National Security, Stuart Young, donating a gun.
Yes.
A high-powered gun to the police. And all these things, and no investigation into nothing. How you come with this gun? And you get it from and do some investigation whether this gun, used ballistic testing to see if this gun was used in any crime or anything, or whether this was one of the guns where your stepdaughter with the police and them all, where you set out drugs and guns and money and all of that. Is it one of that you take for yourself?
Thank you, my friend.
This is a joke.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, listen to this, as he talking about the gun. Orpooch East MP Dr. Rudal Munilal is insisting that Energy Minister Stuart Young must publicly account for a firearm he donated recently to the police. Munilal claimed Young had not been given accountable on this matter, as Young was... Hear this, Munilal, Young refused to answer a question from a reporter about the firearm he donated at the swearing-in of councillors at the Port of Spain City Hall on August 25th. Look at this.
So you ready, good?
I want to ask you a quick question.
What is the question?
Question regarding just
So viewers, if that is the way ministers operate in our country, let me tell you something. Stuart Young has embarrassed himself as a minister in the Ministry of Energy. Because I gotta tell you something, when they go to meetings outside, ministers will ask them, so what about the gun you donated to the police service in your country? What are you going to tell them? That's what you're going to do? That's what you're going to do? Call a good night. Hello? Take your gotta click one time. So Stuart Young, is that what you're going to do outside? Let me tell you something. You failed to give proper accountability to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago on the donation of a firearm, a legal licensed firearm, to TTP. What was wrong with the gun? What caused you to donate that firearm? And this is the question, the real questions you as a big man and a big minister and a former minister of national security fail to address. And all you want to tell all yourself, all you live in our all as role models, boy, call a good night.
Yes, I. Good night.
Go right ahead. Short and sweet.
Yes, I. Concerning the last call I was saying, right? I listened to him, the man say, given all you have to advise to call out the election. What are you calling out the election for? So they have 5 years from this year?
No minister calling quick election.
Let me tell you something inside. If he's already called an election, no, he winning that election. You know why? Because Kamala and UNC are ready to take even Jack Warner and them. I can tell all of that. Them should never win an election again. I can tell you that. And you know why? Because them ain't no better than the PNM. Because they had a sort of failure councillors and they put back the same people in. They had a failure mayor for Shogunas, they put back the same man there again. So we're trying to tell me that the UNC better than the PNM? How that working out? How that match working out? Fitzgerald lines are doing nothing, Rowley are moving in. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing we're talking about here. Side. And concerning this whole thing with Ulla Christopher. I mean, when she now come into office, right? She said she was given herself 3 months to reduce crime. That didn't happen. She said it would happen by June, nothing happened. She tell people to pray for the nation. That's like it work neither. So now she coming to tell me everybody have a part to play, police can't be here, there and everywhere. I watching this woman side, reading that script on that paper, and she look like she don't believe what it is she reading it. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? She look like she ain't believing what she reading it. Somebody like question like the first time she seen that, and she can't even believe that. But my point is, right? The point is, we understand police cannot be here, there, and everywhere. Now,
We understand that, yes.
People would have been willing to work with the commissioner of police aside. Nobody is saying no. But you know what is the problem? The problem is you have thousands of FUL applications in front here, and you won't sign off at least quarter it or half it, so people can get their firearms right.
Correct, and protect themselves.
If a man come in your place as a home invasion, you could deal with that situation. You don't want to sit down and take what coming at you now. But you see, she that power and she's not willing to use it because of political interference. People telling the police service what to do, the head of the police service. That is why the citizens have no faith in the police service side. This is what people not understanding in this country. The police service is run by the government, by the Prime Minister is dictating everything to the Commissioner of Police. And until she wake up and start putting on she foot and say, yeah, what's going on? We need help. Let me start signing out on FUL. Yeah, well, people can work with you. But nobody is going to work with this commissioner or it's a work going on there. And the people that went out and support that Independence Day parade, kudos to you. I hope that sun was nice. Anyway, Saeed, you enjoy your weekend.
Thank you, my friend. Same to you. So, viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. We'll be right back.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtor Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saeed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday. Realtor Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtor Group of Companies building at number 14 Crony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtor Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saeed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
So Trinidad and Tobago, welcome back to Real Talk. We have a special guest in store. She's a very good friend of mine. So we have about 10 minutes in our program, but let me tell you something. You're all going to enjoy this. Independence was Thursday. Our national item was a pan. Not a problem. It's in the house. So my darling, tell Trinidad and Tobago who you are.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Carol Sawan Singh Jadunanan, and I love the steel pan, the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago. In fact, I started to play the steel pan at the age of 5. And tonight, I would like to do a tribute to Auntie Denise Plummer, Because, Saeed, the first time I ever saw a steel pan was by my grandparents' house in Digger Martin. It was an old, rusty 4th and 5th steel pan.
At what age?
That was at the age of 5.
5, okay.
And my cousin was playing This Feeling Nice by Denise Plummer.
Okay.
And when I heard the song of the steel pan, I gravitated.
Oh, nice.
And
nice.
I remember asking her to show me the notes.
Right.
But she said, it's a bit complicated when you get older. But as soon as she left, Saeed, how you mean? And they're ponging, and then I was humming Denise Plummer's song. And her teacher was passing by.
Okay.
Which was Mr. Eric Williams, not the Prime Minister.
I'm not going to say the Prime Minister in there.
And he asked me all these questions, like what band I was playing for, who is my pan teacher. But this is the first time I ever saw a steel pan.
Okay,
I never heard the song.
Right.
So I remember bawling for my mother and father. Because I don't know who is this stranger asking me these things.
You're frightened.
How you mean? So they came running, and to keep the story short, he told my parents, I have a talent.
Okay.
I need to develop this talent.
Right.
So he was the lead bass player in Phase 2.
Okay.
Right. And also with Valley Harps, Pan Groove. And he carried me to Phase 2 Pan Groove, where first time I met Auntie Denise. And I was so happy to see her then. And from there on, I didn't play with Phase 2 that year. But my first band I played with at the age of 6 was Laventil Song Specialist.
Okay.
And then I went to Curup.
Hey guys.
Okay. And then I went to Curup Sazando's Fan Theatre. In 1989, I started to play with Carib Tokyo.
Okay.
That's when it was Carib Tokyo.
Yes.
So I played under a lot of pan arrangers like Ray Holman, the late Fillmore, Professor Fillmore, as well as Jit Samaru, as well as it's so many. Too many to mention.
So tell us tonight, what pan tune are you gonna play?
Well, I want to play 2 of Denise Plummer's songs.
Okay.
Which is This Feeling Nice, and
then
and then how she transit from her calypso into a gospel. So we're going to play Can't Leave Him.
Okay, nice.
Same melody with Not Leaving.
Yeah.
We will do that for the nation as well.
Okay. So Trinidad and Tobago, the stage belongs to Cara. Take it away, Mike.